What's up, guys? Fantasy Joe back here with some more fantasy football content. Today, I am breaking down two fantasy football wide receivers that I think are big time sleepers and why I think they can help you win your league, basically. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button down below to stick around for all the content. Hit that like button on the video, it really helps us out. And if you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section down below. Let me know who you guys think is a sleeper, or let me know where you're comfortable drafting these guys in your drafts in 2021. Okay, so the first guy I'm going to talk about, might have heard the name before, Antonio Brown. Obviously, he used to dominate for fantasy. I'll highlight him right here. We have AB right here, that 1009. Clicked on him there, but yeah, we can see he's going in the 10th round right now in half-point PPR leagues. I think that's way too low. If we just want to look at his 17-game pace from last season, no increase in targets, no increase in anything, just what he was on pace for in the games he played as a Buck, what he was on pace for. He was on pace for 132 targets, 96 receptions, 1,023 yards, and more than 8 touchdowns on a 17-game pace. And he's currently being drafted in the 10th round. There's no reason to think Antonio Brown isn't going to play a complete season this year. Could some more off-the-field stuff lead to him potentially missing some time? Sure. But at this point in time, there's no reason to believe he's going to miss games later on this season. So I'd be snapping him up in this 10th, 9th round range all day. I think he's a quality wide receiver you can get. I think you could stick him in as your wide receiver too. Honestly, I feel like with Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and Antonio Brown, with having Tom Brady throw the ball to all of them, I don't think there's a big difference between any of them to me. Maybe Mike Evans has more touchdown upside, but Antonio Brown graded out fantastic last year according to Pro Football Focus. I think he was like an 85, or he was in the close to elite range as far as grades go for wide receivers. So it doesn't look like he's lost much skill wise. Dominated every time we've seen him on a football field basically for the last several years. I think he's going to continue to do that, and I'd love to draft him. With those three wide receivers, I just feel like I'll take whoever's getting drafted last, and right now that's Antonio Brown by a country mile. We see Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, those guys going up in the second and third rounds. And so, yeah, I think there's a great opportunity to draft Antonio Brown late and get a big-time sleeper who can help your team. Moving on to our next sleeper, got to go even farther back this time, into this 14th round range. We're looking at Russell Gage right here, being drafted at the 1404 right now. Currently, kickers are being drafted ahead of him. Joey Sly, Mason Crosby are getting taken ahead of him. Eric Ebron in Pittsburgh too. And he's a guy I think is going to do very well for fantasy this year. Julio Jones is left. Atlanta is one of the most pass-heavy teams in the league. I think they are going to keep leaning on that with Arthur Smith there. I don't think there's any reason to think just because Arthur Smith ran the ball a lot in Tennessee because he had Derrick Henry and that's the offense he was around. I don't think he's going to run the ball nearly as many times as Mike Davis this year. So I think Russell Gage could be has a big opportunity to succeed in that number 2 wide receiver role opposite Calvin Ridley. We saw him in that role last year without Julio Jones. He was on pace for over 70 receptions, over 800 yards. And that's, not being fully utilized into the offense as well. Now he's coming in. They think he's going to be the 2. I really believe he'll be the 2, and he's going to have Matt Ryan throwing the ball a lot. So I think, all that coverage is going to Calvin Ridley's way. He's going to get some good opportunities. I think he can be a solid number 2 on that team, and a guy who you're drafting so late, there's really no risk. If you look at his stats after the bye, he's on pace for 90 receptions, 1,000 yards, and 8 touchdowns post-bye week. So, yeah, I think Russell Gage is another guy you can get even later with a chance to be a big-time sleeper on your team. These are 2 guys, I think, say you go running back heavy or something like that, leave that wide receiver 2 spot, maybe a little take some running back instead of filling that wide receiver 2 spot with a straight-up stud, and then you draft one or both of these guys a little bit later. You could stick them right in there as a quality depth piece. Both these players I'm really excited about for 2021. If you guys have made it to this point in the video, please hit that like button down below. It really helps us out. Hit that sub button. Stick around, and any questions or comments, I'll respond in the comment section. As always, this is Fantasy Joe signing off. Thank you guys so much for watching.